Good afternoon. We have the Lancers boys JV matchup against the Independence Indies tonight, followed by the varsity game to follow. And Lancers will have first possession, and Havemeyer handled it into the front court. Rademacher on the drive there, no good. Now Havemeyer at the top of the key. And Havemeyer down the lane, no good, but he will be going to the line to try to pick up two there. Lancers come into the game at 6-1 on the season. Put up a solid win against Oliva there last time. And Havemeyer's second, no good. 1 for 2 on that trip, and Indies lose it out of bounds. Believe that was number 35, Damon Connor, there with the turnover. And Havemeyer once again for the Lancers. Now Rademacher will pull up for 2 and drop it. Lancers out to a early 3-0 lead. Connor with the 3 at the wing, no good. Havemeyer able to pull down the rebound for the Lancers. And Rademacher drives inside, gets all the way to the hoop. Through several defenders there, used the Euro step and scored it. Number 10 in the corner for 3 and hits it. That was, there are, not sure who that was. There are two number 10s listed for the Indies on their JV roster. And Oster with another rebound there. Still unable to finish that one. Lancers with the rebounding advantage there with Tim Oster underneath. And both teams will talk things over in the timeout now. 14-20 on the board in the first half. Score 3-5, Lancers with the early edge. And Indies ball out of the timeout here. That's number 2 in the corner and taken away by Bryce Sitto. And now Vance will bring it up. Gets a screen from Oster. And Kern over there able to save it from going out of bounds. And Havemeyer on the catch and shoot. Drops the hammer on it. 8-3 now, Lancer lead. Indies will have to move the ball sharply. Lancers have looked real sharp in their opening offensive possessions. Indies have had several turnovers already, and that time Kern picks up the steal. Rademacher driving towards the hoop and got caught up in the lane between a couple defenders there. Shuffled his feet just a little bit. Independence back the other way. Now we have, you can see out there that there are a couple number 10s on the floor for the Indies, and they're both playing right now, so they will both be playing. Make it get slightly confusing. And that shot off the mark. Independence the other way. Ten in the corner for three, and left it short. He gets his own rebound though. A little scramble for the ball. Lancers almost came up with it again. And blocked shot there, and Oster comes away with the ball. Rademacher on the mid-range J there, couldn't drop it. Independence looking for their open shot. Can't find it, and out of bounds, but it is last touch with the Lancers. Ball will stay with Independence. Looks like the Lancers are set up in a man to start the game here. Rademacher drives and put that one up a little bit short. 10 minutes 47, whoops, excuse me. 10 minutes 35 seconds on the clock now. First half, 8-5, Lancers with the 3-point advantage. And pass intended for number 30 there. Sailed out of bounds. It didn't appear to me that it was tipped by Williams, but the officials did say it was, and they had the angle on it. I couldn't quite tell. Rademacher came up with the ball in the backcourt there, went down and laid it in. Shot no good. Emmanuel once again the other way. Williams was left open there. Nobody really picked him up. He just dribbled into the lane, took the short jumper, and that time it's Sullivan getting to the hoop and dropping it in. And the call was changed. They are not giving Sullivan the basket there, calling him with the travel instead. And Damon Connor had the ball poked away. Little tangle up on the ground there. Believe the possession arrow will give that one to the Lancers. back. If, assuming they have switched directions on the arrow by now, I presume that's the way it'll be. 10-5 Lancers with the lead. 9 minutes on the clock. Emmanuel's ball movement has looked exceptionally well, looked exceptionally good tonight. Good to see they've been able to pick apart the Independence defense pretty well. I look for Independence to make some adjustments there, and they're going to have to find a way to do the same and pick apart the Lancers defense a little bit. Lancers have forced several turnovers already, and Independence hasn't looked like they've been able to move the ball around the floor particularly freely. So credit to the Lancers defense on that. We'll see what adjustments Independence will make out of the timeout now. Damon Connor with it up top. That's number 12 now, far side. And ball poked away. And Lancers force the turnover. Williams, far side, and pass there. Kern and Rademacher were both in the same area. Wasn't sure which one it was intended for. Neither of them were anticipating the pass. Just little lack of communication. Austin's got to make sure they know it's coming. And Rademacher comes up with it, the steal on the defensive end. Havemeyer gives it up to Matt, and a little bit strong. Lancers will get another opportunity. Vance's three, no good, but and it will be Independence ball in front of the Lancers bench. And pass there to number 30 was bobbled and lost out of bounds on him. Lancers will take it the other way. Independence is gonna have to shut down those turnovers. They can't turn the ball over at this clip throughout the game. Bryce Sitto now over to Kern. Kern at the near wing. Up to Rademacher. Rademacher again this side. And he puts up the floater in the lane. Wouldn't go down for him. And Indies will go the other way. Working the ball around that time. Pass deflected there by Bryce Sitto. Got a hand on it. We'll stay with the Indies, however. .6:20 left to play in the first half. Score still 10-5. Emmanuel with the lead. And Damon Connor put that one up there, got it to drop. And Rademacher's shot up in the lane there wouldn't go down. Lancers haven't been able to find quite the quality of shots as easily as they did in the opening few minutes of the game. Indies have tightened up their defense a little bit. Lancers will need to see if they can find a way to start getting those quality shots that they were earlier. Havemeyer into the front court. And he'll take it to the rim himself. Twelve to 7 now. Connor drives towards the hoop. And that shot up no good. Havemeyer pushed the pace a little bit for the Lancers there. And Carstensen with a jumper from 15. Couldn't put it down. Indies the other way. And good cut to the hoop there for number 2, Brandon Silla. Couldn't finish the shot though. Nonetheless, good cut to the hoop, good pass to him. Indies will get another chance on the offensive end. Trying to find a way to upset this Lancer defense. Lancers are in a man. Pass was poked into the backcourt by Havemeyer, and now he comes up with the steal. And good pass there to Rademacher, and been able to easily put it up and in. 14-7 now, Lancers lead. And foul was on number 22, Bryce Siddle for the Lancers. First personal, teams first. It's been a cleanly played game on the foul front. Both teams only at one team foul. Havemeyer able to get the ball back there, and Lancers retain possession. Plath had some space there, unable to put it in though. Rademacher. And far side three from Havemeyer. Wouldn't go down. It was a great shot to take though. Like to see him take those shots about every time with as open as they were. You take smart shots, they'll start dropping eventually. It'll be Lancers ball in the corner. Plath gets it in for Siddle. Now Havemeyer between the circles. Kind of looked like Vance traveled there with it a little bit. Lancers get the rebound once again. And Oster underneath on the feed from Havemeyer. And Lancers steal the way off the inbound pass. And jump ball will go to the Indies this time. Two minutes, 2 seconds left in the first half. 18-7. Lancers have extended their lead a bit. And now timeout called for the Indies. 30-second timeout. Lancers have forced a lot of turnovers against Independence tonight. Independence will need to look to clean that up in the second half. For a while they did. They slowed down the turnovers, but the Lancers have found a way to disrupt the rhythm once again and take the ball away. Indies ball once again. And pass there from number 2, Silla, intended for number 12, off the backboard there and out of bounds. Havemeyer feeds down low for Plath. Andy will give it up to Oster. Now Havemeyer outside. He'll give it to Oster. Lancers still working the ball around, and Siddle will pull up from just beyond low block. Drops it in off the glass. Lancers with another forced turnover there. And they have definitely found their way to disrupt the Independence defense. And another steal. And Rademacher's putback attempt got blocked. Oster with the jump shot, no good. But the Lancers, Rademacher did come up with it for a second. Tried to get the pass off before he went out of bounds there. Indies took it away though. Another jump ball, and it will result in another Independence turnover. Havemeyer across the timeline. Gets a screen from Oster. And now Plath took the jumper from about 17 there and dropped it in. And inbound pass lost there. Lancers came up with it again. Number 11 checks into the game for the Indies. Their number 10 will head to the bench. And Havemeyer all the way to the rim. Count it. Plus a chance for one more. Ten 10.8 seconds here at the close of the first half, 26-7. Emmanuel in the lead. And Havemeyer drops the free throw to complete the three-point play. Indies with the three off the mark. And that's the half. Lancers take a 20-point lead into the break, 27-7. Indies looked like they might have found a way to get to the Lancers a little bit, tightened it up, but Lancers put together an impressive run to close the half there in the last 7 minutes or so. And we'll take a quick break and be back for the second half. Stick around. All right, it is time for the second half of action here. The Lancers JV game taking on the Independence Indies. 27-7 the score at the half. I think the question we'll watch for out of the locker room here is what, and please turn it over there. A scramble for the ball. Independence does recover it. We'll have to see though what adjustments the Indies have made here for the second half, because they will need to make adjustments such as not turning the ball over as they just did. They'll have to make adjustments if they want to get back in this game and get within striking distance of the Lancers. And foul on Williams there, running into Silla. Independence ball on the baseline. Independence going left to right here in the second half. And foul, this one will be on Lancers' Andy Plath. And one of the number 12s will head to the line for Independence. First one a little short. Second one on the way, and also left a little short. Lancers go the other way with it. Saved from going out of bounds there by Plath. Sullivan, far side. Up to Williams. Siddle in the corner. And foul called now on number 25, Cruz, for Independence. Siddle catch and shoot three, just off the mark. Indies back the other way. And pass intended for Silla there, intercepted by Siddle. And Williams couldn't finish his layup on the other end. Back the other way for Independence. 29-7. Lancers leading the Indies. 13:40 left in the game. Their coach, the coach of the Indies, telling his players there to move and spread the ball around. I'd agree with that. They gotta find a way to do that, get crisp passes off, move the ball a little bit more, try to spread this Lancer defense out, get some open looks, and they have to be able to do that without turning the ball over as well. Cruz step back three, and no good. Chases down his own rebound though, and taken away by Kern. Siddle the other way for Emmanuel. Williams off the catch there, no good. And Indy's able to control it the other way. I think the Independence defense has looked a little bit better. They've kept up with the Lancers a little bit better than they did in the first half. Haven't left them open driving lanes or open passes off of simple off-ball movements. Looked a little bit better on that end. They'll have to try to come up with something, find a way to put points on the board. Cruz between the circles. And travel called on number 10 there. Started to shuffle his feet a little bit there before he took the dribble. And score now 31-7. 11:40 left to play in the second half of the game. And Rademacher shot underneath, no good. Indy's the other way once again. A lot of empty possessions going both ways here in this half. Ball is out of bounds. It'll be Lancers ball. Rademacher thought about a three there, didn't take it. And Ruts down the lane, touches it off the glass and in. A little bit of a dangerous pass there for the Indies. But they did control it. And pass from number 30 there. Sailed out of bounds, and Lancers will take the ball back once more. Brandel up the floor for the Lancers. Rutz looks to drive. This time no good, but able to get the rebound. And foul called as Rademacher went up for the shot there. He'll get a chance to put into at the line now. 33-7 the score. 10 minutes on the clock. Rademacher's first, good. This Lancers JV team putting up a good performance tonight. Independence just looks a little. Independence just looked a little bit. They look a little bit behind where the Lancers are in terms of development, but that is what JV teams are for in the first place. Got to develop players to get them to the varsity level. Lancers were called for a lane violation there on the Rademacher's second free throw. Now the Indies the other way. And foul on the Lancers this time. Silla will get a chance at the charity stripe. First, no good. One more on the way. And 1 for 2 that time. Rutz will bring it into the front court for Emmanuel. And Dawson Quaid found a great drive in the lane to the rim there, able to draw the contact, and he will go to the line for 2. Good aggression there from the freshman. First one goes. (35-8) now the score. Second, no. Lancers do control the rebound though. And Thorough able to control the pass and face the basket and drop it in. Ball was tipped there by Dawson Quaid. Was controlled by Independence, and now it will be Lancer ball. I believe the over and back call. Did not see the official call from the ref, but I'm taking that as what it was. And Quaid off the inbound pass got all the way to the rim. Couldn't put it in, but Sullivan there to clean it up. A brief public service announcement here. The Lancers girls varsity team is scheduled to play a home game against Cochrane Fountain City tonight. Just for your information, that game we do not believe will be able to be streamed live. Simply due to the fact that we can't stream 2 games at once. So what I'm told we're gonna do is plan on streaming the boys game here in Independence live and try to record the girls game, and we'll, if everything goes well, we will hope to have that up for you before long. Dawson Quaid gets to the free throw line once again, this time off the made basket, and completes the and one opportunity. Dawson hasn't played a lot of time in this game. He's looked really solid out there, though, for the few possessions he has been on the floor. Made a quick impact. Silla with it for the Indies, and he'll try to put it up inside. Foul is called. Believe it is on Quaid. Yep, Quaid's first personal, team's 5th. Silla's first is no good. Under 8 minutes to play now. 42-8. Your score, with the Lancers leading Independence. And Quaid taking the ball the other way. The Lancers there lost the ball as he was tripped and fell to the ground. Nevertheless, Emmanuel will get it back and go the other way again. Siddle with it between the circles. Now over to Rutz. And Rutz banks that one in off the glass. Lancers from the field have shot a very high percentage in this game. Been able to find high percentage shots. Those are the ones you like to see them take, and they've converted a fairly decent number of those in this game. Cruz will drive in for the Indies, and a little bit strong off the glass. Wales, far side. He'll give it up for Williams. Quaid now, and into the lane. Got tripped up a little bit, fell to the ground, and ball out of bounds. It'll be Indy ball. 44-8, Lancers lead. Number 12, far side. Now to number 11. Shot up and no good for number 34 of the Indies. That's Michael Onstead. Brandel the other way for the Lancers this time. Thorough with it. He'll drive into the lane and gets all the way to the bucket and touched it off the glass and in. Number 11 in the corner for three. That one off the mark. Offensive rebound was secured there, but Carstensen able to get a hand on the shot, and he'll get credit for the block. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. At the conclusion of this game, Lancers will move to 7-1 on the season for the JV squad. They've, games I've seen, they've been playing very well. Pretty impressive basketball for how far along in the development process this JV team is. Lancers ball out of bounds here. Andy Plath back into the game for Emmanuel. That's him with it right now. And Rutz able to drive in and finish the layup with a couple of defenders there. Rutz with the defensive rebound there. It's another thing, Lancers have rebounded very well in this game. They've out-rebounded Independence. Going forward for the Indies, I think for them, you'd like to see them be a little bit stronger with the ball, know what they're doing with it, and be aggressive, not turn the ball over. Clean up the turnovers a little bit and rebound a little bit better. Maybe work on trying to make their offensive sets a little bit crisper, but they have improved on that front as the game has gone along. Really, I think if they could limit those turnovers, they'd be a pretty decent team. And shot tipped there. Ruts came away with it, and now the Lancers with the turnover. Foul here. Believe it's on Plath. Yep, Plath second, team sixth. And one of the number 12s for the Indies will head to the stripe. And the first falls. Wales and Carstensen check into the game for the Lancers. Rutz and Rademacher to the bench. It'll be Lancers ball here off the missed free throw. Wales into the front court. And now we've got a foul called against the Indies. Foul's on number 12, his first personal, team sixth. And Carstensen dropped that one in for the Lancers, left open along the baseline there. Just had to catch it and take a couple steps towards the basket. Cruz's layup is good. 50-11. Score for the Lancers. Lancers in the lead, rather. Now 52-11. That bucket was from Quaid. Lancers come up with the rebound there off the second chance opportunity. Brandl's floater in the lane drops. Lancers offense has put up a lot of points on the board. For a JV squad, you don't customarily see a 54-point outing. And now the Indies the other way. I'm a little bit confused on what exactly happened there on the Lancers end. A few bodies hit the floor. We are in running clock now, so clock is running with 50 seconds and counting. Foul is on Lancers 52. Blake Wales, first personal, team seventh. 54-12. Now the Lancers lead. And over and back call against the Lancers now. Will be Indies ball. 10 seconds and counting. Cruz in front of us. Now number 12, he'll put it up in the lane. Just off, and that will be the game. The Lancers go on the road and secure the big victory over Independence. 54-12, I believe, was the final score. And varsity game set to tip off here pretty quick. And sorry, I had somebody yelling at me. Thanks for watching, and stick around for the varsity game.
For those that are able, would you please stand and put your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Eau Claire Emmanuel Lancers and your Independence Indies. Good sportsmanship is required by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Starting lineup for the visiting Emmanuel Lancers. Number 12, a senior, Ryan Zimmerman. Number 20, a senior, Isaiah Black. Number 22, a senior, Ethan Siddle. Number 40, a junior, Daniel Hines. Number 42, a junior, Brendan Brooks. The Lancers are coached by Tom Williams and assisted by Joe Lau and John Redfall. And now for the Independence Indies.
Good evening, we're back for the varsity matchup here between the Lancers and the Indies. Lancers first with the first possession. Plath with the first shot of the game there, no good. Rutz with the offensive rebound though, and was able to put that one in. Kingsbury with it, far side. Now up to Killian, who will take the jumper from the elbow, and it is off. Sito in the corner. Over to Rutz, and Rutz got the defender in the air, able to get to the hoop with ease, but unable to finish the shot. Number 4 on the shot there, that's Pfaff. Was no good. And foul, this will be on Kingsbury of the Indies. Independence coming into this game with a record of 1-7 on the season. Lancers sit at 6-2. And Hine traveled as he went inside, was getting the pass off to Rutz there. And it'll be Independence ball. Kingsbury into the front court. And Killian puts that one up and in on the fadeaway. Killian, a very good offensive player. So far on the season, averaging 22.2 points a game. That'll be one of the questions in the game is, will the Lancers be able to slow him and his counterpart Kingsbury down out there? If the Lancers are able to do that, they should be able to walk out with a win tonight. If not, life will be made a little bit harder on them. Zimmerman at the line. First one's good. Ryan's first game back from injury. Suffered a concussion week and a half ago or so. Great to see him back here in action. He's feeling good. We'll see how he comes back on the floor. And Ryan off the feet, I believe the pass was from Sito. 6-2, Lancers with the lead. And Lancers get the ball back here. Hine on the baseline jumper, no good. Lancers did get the offensive rebound though, but Plath's putback attempt would not fall down. Ball out of bounds, was last touched by the Lancers. Chris Killian will inbound for Independence. And Lancers take it away on the pass that was intended to go back to Killian there. Zimmerman into the lane and goes up with it, but draws the contact. And he'll go to the line for 2 more. Ryan, a good free throw shooter for the Lancers. First was good. 14:45 remaining in the game. And makes them both. Kingsbury on the catch and shoot. And the Lancers will go the other way. Lancers had an empty possession there, and Zimmerman forces the turnover and goes down to the other end, put it in. Now Plath deflected the inbound pass, able to pick up the steal. Zimmerman catch and shoot from way outside. No good. It'll be Independence ball. Refs conversing to discuss now. Can sort of hear the conversation, but not quite sure what the confusion is over. Nevertheless, the Indies will inbound in front of their bench. Killian not only leading Independence in points at 22 a game, also their leading rebounder with 8 boards a contest. Also puts up 6.4 assists a game as their primary ball handler. And Plath on the other end for the Lancers after forcing the turnover. A little bit of similarity so far to the JV game where the Lancers forced the Indies into a lot of turnovers. So far, the Lancers have come up with several steals, and Independence will have to look to make adjustments for that here in the rest of the game. Timeout called. We'll see what changes are made out of the huddle here. 12-2 Lancers in the lead. 13:04 up on the clock here in the first half. Lancers took a win on the road last time against Oliva, 47-39. They'll be trying to build off of that here in this game, especially with the return of Zimmerman, their starting point guard. Independence trying to bounce back from a loss that they suffered here at home against Alma Pepin. 64-50 was the final score of that one. Number 21, Ruskus, up in the lane. Couldn't get it to fall, though. Zimmerman in the corner. Ryan put it up in the lane. A little bit too strong. Independence looking for something they can do here. Lancers in the man. And Plath aggressively swatted that shot attempt out of bounds. Ball will stay with Independence though. Lancers are in the man defense as they customarily are to start the game. Once again out of bounds. Stays with Independence. Killian in the corner. And Ruskus now, second chance shot, no good. Siddle, catch and shoot. No good from the top of the key, but ball was last touched by the Indies. Zimmerman inbounds along the baseline. And Zimmerman will take another three. That one no good. Maybe a little bit quick on the shot there. Rutz's three also missed, but high in there, able to clean it up. And Chris Killian there, as he inbounded the ball, was said to step inbounds too soon. And Lancers will take possession. Speaking of that three-point shooting for the Lancers, another thing to watch you'd like to see the Lancers improve upon. So far this season, they've shot 21% from three-point range. Not quite what the capabilities of this team would typically show. They're a bit better of a bit above average three-point shooting team. Like to see them improve upon that. They are a deadly team, and it would most certainly help them in the playoffs if they can hit outside shots down the stretch of the season. That was Lau that put up a shot for the Lancers inside there. Siddle gets it into Zimmerman, and Ryan off the catch, touched off the glass and in. Ryan averaging 17.2 points a game for Emmanuel. And foul against the Lancers now. Foul's on Siddle. First personal, team's first as well. First off the mark for the senior versatile point guard. Second one is good. 1 out of 2 from the line that time. 16-3. Lancers in the lead. Just over 10 minutes left to play. In the first half, that is. And Siddle had it poked away from him in the lane there. Mayhew chased it down in the backcourt. Will be an over and back against Emmanuel. Number 35, Damon Connor, with it for Independence. We saw him in the first half of the JV game. Was certainly a bit of a brighter spot for Independence in that game. Kingsbury up top, looks to drive. Now Ruskus in the corner. Independence looking for their shot here. And it'll be Independence ball, last touch by Emmanuel. Foul, I believe that foul will be on Paul Scherenbeck. Yep, first personal, team second. And inbound pass tipped there by Lau. Lancers down the floor. Daniel Mayhew up to Siddle. Now Scherenbeck over to Rutz. Independence also in the man defense. And foul Siddle will go to the line for two. As he drew the contact there, foul on number 10, Wyatt Kirshner. Second personal, team's fifth. First drops for Siddle. Second one good as well. And Coach Williams will call a timeout for the Lancers. Both teams will talk things over. I believe it's just a 30-second timeout. Didn't see for sure, but that's what I think. 18-3, Lancers in the lead with 8 minutes 44 seconds on the clock in the first half. In that Oliva game last time out for Lancers, keep in mind Zimmerman was not back yet from his injury. He is in this game. Rutz led the Lancers in scoring with 17, finished with 8 rebounds. Daniel Hine with 16 points, also 8 rebounds from him. A couple good performances. With Ryan on the bench, gave them the rest of the players on the team maybe a little bit of a chance to gain some confidence, get some more touches out there, more shot opportunities. Maybe it can really spark the team, and maybe Lancers can get somebody going to come up as another leader for the team down the stretch. Still underneath, got his own rebound. And this time Plath gets the offensive board, but loses it, and as Kingsbury tried to save that one from going out of bounds, Siddle took it away. And now that one out of bounds. Last touch by Rutz. Quite a few turnovers there in just a brief sequence. 18-3 Lancers. And this foul will be on Siddle. Ethan's second personal, team's third. Killian at the line. Killian's first was off the mark. Second one drops. Zimmerman into the front court. Gets the screen from behind. And now a foul called against the Indies. Fouls on Chris Killian, first personal, team's 7th. Lancers now in the bonus. Ryan will be shooting the 1-and-1. Front end good. Under 8 minutes to play. 7.5. And Ryan makes them both from the line that time. Kingsbury up the floor. Independence trying to break the press of the Lancers. Layup was no good. Scherenbeck comes away with the rebound. Scherenbeck down the floor. And Paul with the bucket in transition there. 22-4. Lancers in the lead. 7 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the first half. One thing we have seen so far, Independence has wanted to play at a slightly slower pace than the Lancers, although not excruciatingly slow. Lancers able to get a few buckets in transition. Haven't gotten a whole lot of looks, and the ones they have from outside haven't fallen yet. Be interested to see if maybe the Lancers could have a good performance from beyond the arc for even just the rest of this game. They're making it work from inside. They've really, I think, fine-tuned their abilities to score in the paint and inside the arc be a bit more creative. I think they've really fine-tuned their abilities as a result of not being able to lean on the three-point shot. Would go to show how dangerous this Lancers team could be if they can find their way from beyond the arc. Turnover there for both teams. Kingsbury from 3. No good. But back to what I was saying about the Lancers shooting, I think one really strong performance for him could potentially give them their confidence back. Get them a little bit more confident in shooting the ball, and it'd give another dimension to their offensive arsenal. Ball out of bounds. Pica will inbound for the Indies. Killian catch and shoot 3. His is off the mark. And Pica's shot in the lane there went down. Lancers now the other way. The Indies also not a big shooting threat so far this season. Well, excuse me, I was looking at the wrong number there. They've shot 27% from 3-point range this season. Not a bad clip. Haven't been able to get going from 3-point range so far this game, but they're definitely at least a bit of a threat from out there. Killian into the front court. Kingsbury's shot in the lane, no good. Out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Lancers. 22-6. The score. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Hine underneath. Out to Rutz. Back to Hine. He'll take the deep 2-point jumper and good. Pica with the bucket inside there for the Indies. Lancers back down the other way. That's Havemeyer with it. He's into the game for the first time. And Hine fouled pretty hard as he went up for the shot there. And he'll get a chance to put 2 on the board at the line. Foul on Kirshner, his 3rd, team's 8th. Hine's first falls. Daniel hits them both from the charity stripe. Kingsbury gives it up to Connor. Now Killian. Pike in the lane, no good. Schierenbeck pulled down the rebound. Ball out of bounds was last touched by the Indies. Zimmerman, far side. And he'll pull up for 3. And drills it. Good step beyond the arc there, too. See if that can maybe spark some offensive rhythm here for the Lancers. Particularly from 3-point range. And travel called there. Lancers turn it over. That's another thing that got to give credit to the Indies defense for that partially. But the Lancers would definitely like to clean it up a bit in the area of turnovers here in, as the game goes on. Lancers averaging 12.8 turnovers a game. not a bad number, but this game they've definitely lost possession a few times. Connor in the corner, now up to Kingsbury. He'll take the deep three and rims out. Ruts into the lane. He'll get it out to Lau. Now Ruts for three. Shot off the mark. Good feed to Ruts there, but he was unable to convert the shot. And Independence the other way. Zimmerman comes up with the steal. Down the floor, touches it off the glass and in. 33-8 now. Your score. Emmanuel with the lead. Minute 44 remaining in the first half. Lancers have played very, very solid defense out there in the first half. I think just the two areas they could maybe improve on is knock down a couple more of those shots from beyond the arc. As well as maybe work on trying to limit those turnovers. Always something to work on that gives them something to look for after halftime, something to talk about in the locker room. Ruts got a hand on the ball there, but was last touched by him. Pica along the baseline. He'll inbound. Gets it in at 12. Believe that's the same number 12 we saw. Might be. I could be wrong. Believe it's the same number 12 that we saw in the JV game. And Independence will look to inbound underneath the basket. Minute 28 now on the clock. And that one good for Pica. 33-10. Emmanuel over Independence. Ruts into the lane, off the glass and good. And Pica once again on the other end. Schirnbeck up top. Mayhew gets it to Ruts. And Britton and Ben Pica trading baskets here between the two teams. Last couple trips down the floor. Time dwindles down in the first half. And now Lancers with a foul called against them. 10 seconds left in the first half. Foul on Daniel Mayhew. First personal. Team 7th. 1-1 for Pica. And front end was off the mark. Killian corner three knocks it down. That's one way to maybe light a spark for your offense. And Zimmerman fouled there just inside of half court. He'll go to the line for the bonus. (37-15). Lancer lead. Now 38. Ryan's second good. And that'll be the first half. Lancers going to the locker room here with a 39-15 advantage. And we will take a quick break here and be back for the second half. See what adjustments the two teams make during the break. Stick around. All right, welcome back. The Indies will get first possession here at the start of the second half. 39-15, Lancers lead out of the locker room. A strong first half performance for Emmanuel. We'll see what type of adjustments Independence makes. Kingsbury's 3 off the mark. For Emmanuel, I think what you would look for would be to try to see them maybe turn the ball over a little less. Jump ball on the floor there. Possession will stay with Emmanuel. Maybe clean up the turnovers a little bit after that first half. Wasn't awful, but could definitely be something to work on, and maybe see if they can get some more rhythm going outside from beyond the arc and try to sink some threes and get them going from out there. Travel called against Independence will be Emmanuel ball. Zimmerman up the floor. And Ryan drives towards the hoop. Has a shot blocked out of bounds. Ball stays with the Lancers. Athletic block there. I did not see who that was from. I would guess Ruskus. Was kind of who it looked like it was. Not 100% sure. Hine with the bucket there for the Lancers. 41-15 now. And Rutz comes up with the steal. Zimmerman up top, he'll take the three. It's no good, but the Lancers do get the offensive board. And Ryan on the cut to the basket tried to put that one up. Had it hit the backboard. And three there from Damon Connor. I believe those are maybe the first points of the varsity game we've seen from him. Hine catch and shoot three, and there's the answer. Pfaff drives into the free throw line. And Killian able to put that one in. Foul from behind. He'll go to the line for one more, try to complete the three-point play. Foul on Hine. First personal, team's first. Chris Killian's three-point play is good. Zimmer across the timeline. Ryan gets it up to Hine. Plath into Rutz, and Rutz sinks the jumper. 46-21 your score now. Under 15 minutes to play in the second half. And Lancers come the other way. And Rutz again, this time underneath. Pfaff in the lane, floater no good. And Plath able to come away with the loose ball. And Rutz one more time. That's one thing the Lancers have done a great job in this game of getting to the loose balls, winning those, taking possession, either turning the Indies over or retaining possession for themselves. They've done a good job of that. Overall, anyway. Pfaff up top, guarded by Zimmerman. Lancers appear to have switched now to a 2-3 zone. Bucket's good for the Indies. And Zimmerman hits the 3 from outside. Lancers, as is their custom, started the game out in a man defense. Have switched now to the 2-3. You'll see them do that occasionally, just depending on the matchups and the type of team they're playing on any given night. Lancer ball in the corner. Siddle get it into Zimmerman when he gets the ball. And now we're back to action. Zimmerman another 3. This one just a little short. Rutz looks to drive and floater in the lane, good. Britton Rutz has had himself quite a game tonight. Had a pretty solid first half. In the second half, I think already with 8 points, maybe 10, I think 8. And now a timeout called for Independence. 12:28 left in the game. 55-23 Lancer lead. Got a little bit of trivia here for you tonight. Thought it was interesting and certainly worth mentioning. Not that I thought of it on my own, but I have sources. On this day in 1960, high school basketball sensation Danny Heater scored 135 points in a game. At least that's what the text says anyway. Pretty unbelievable. I had not heard that story before. I might have to look it up. Sounds like quite the story. Killian from 3 and hits it. Thought that little tidbit of information had a place, since it is basketball after all that we are watching. Danny Heater, 135 points in a high school game. Ruskus on the jumper, no good. Lau at the far wing. Now Hine down low. Faces the basket, could not score it. And tie up on the floor. Lancers will get the timeout off. And 57-26 your score now. 11 minutes, 8 seconds on the clock in the game. Lancers have played for a while, and the first half felt like a pretty defensive game. Quite a few turnovers. Neither team really had a whole lot of offensive rhythm going. Emmanuel poured it on a bit at the end. And now it's turned into an offensive game, rather. Lancers averaging 57 points a game on the season. And they're sitting at that right now, leading 57-26. Independence averaging 36 a contest this season. Zimmerman, far side. Gets to the elbow and sinks it. Ruskus down low to Pika. Now Kirshner, his corner three, no good, but chases down his own rebound. It was off the side of the backboard there. Chase it down and put it in. Scherenbeck on the three, off the mark. Paul hesitated there a little bit. Not that he didn't have plenty of time, didn't have a defender anywhere around him, but kind of hesitated a little bit before the shot might have messed with his rhythm a little bit. And ball out of bounds, it'll go back to the Indies. Excuse me. It will go back to the Lancers. Maybe I'm colorblind when it comes to green and white jerseys. Under 10 minutes left to play. Hine up top. And Zimmerman fouled there as he tried to drive into the lane and gets fouled. Foul on Kirshner. Fourth personal. First team foul. Kirshner will certainly have to be careful with the fouls here. Already at 4. Doesn't have any more to give now. Zimmerman on the other end for the Lancers. All net. Ruskus, far side. Lost the handle on it a little bit, but gets it back. And Lancers come up with the rebound. Zimmerman used a little hesitation when he reached the three-point arc. Got in the lane, couldn't finish the shot though. Had a couple defenders right there he had to go around. (62-28). Lancers in the lead. .8:55 on the clock in the second half. Killian up the floor, and foul called here against Emmanuel. I think they were pointing at Mayhew, I believe. Nope. Foul's on Lau. First personal. Team second. I was a little bit confused. It looked from my angle, kind of looked like the official pointed at Mayhew. I was a little confused as to how Daniel would have fouled anybody where he was, but was on Lau. And 3-second violation called against the Indies. Too much time spent in the key without leaving. Hine corner 3. Rattles out. Hine will take another. This one off the iron. Killian up top. Over to Pfaff. That was Pfaff down the lane there, tried to put that one in with no success. And Havemeyer's attempt no good. Ruskus now over to Pfaff. He'll take the baseline jumper and sinks it. 30-62 now. Indies have got to give them credit. They have looked sharper here in the second half. And that was Hine underneath. Put that one in. Off the assist, I believe, from Vance. And Daniel did a beautiful job there, blocking that shot. And now foul called. Mayhew will go to the line for 2. Mayhew's first, bounces around and drops. Live on release now. Mayhew got them both from the line that time. Kirshner in the corner. Now Killian. Pika couldn't get that one to drop. Lancers eventually come away with it. I believe the stoppage in the play is for in order to get a bandage or something like that. Rutz was showing the official his arm a little bit. Would guess that's for blood. Under 6 minutes now in the game. 66-30, Lancer lead. And Pika underneath there finishes through the contact, and he'll get a chance for one more. Pika completes the three-point play. Timeout called Independence. 5:42 on the clock, 66-33. Lancers over the Indies. Got a few stats for you here for Lancers. Zimmerman leading them in scoring, 17.2 points a game. Followed by Britton Rutz at 12.2. And Daniel Hine also in double digits with 10.8 points a contest. Hine also the leading rebounder. Britton Rutz second in rebounding for the Lancers at 5.9 a game. Indies applying the press. Well, sort of a press, just a light presence of two guys down there. Zimmerman couldn't get his first or second attempt to go, and three was off the mark. Pika underneath, able to get that one in off the glass through the defense. Siddle with it up top. Schierenbeck shoots the rock and missed it. Good shot attempt there though from Schierenbeck. For the most part, Lancers have been taking good shots. Haven't gotten a large number of them to drop from outside, but good shot selection. Eventually, you will see him fall. Kevin Kern checks into the game for the first time. Zimmerman to the bench. And Havemeyer trying to get the pass there to Kern. Could not get it there. And Killian called for a travel on the other end. Little trade of turnovers there. Lancers quickly break the press. And Havemeyer dropped that one in on the fast break. Havemeyer, just a freshman, but he's definitely shown that he'll be quite the player to watch for the Lancers in upcoming seasons. Killian, three there off the mark. Havemeyer, far side three. Money. Vance gets the Lancers bench fired up there. Back-to-back buckets for him. And now Scherenbeck on the fast break. Three minutes, 15 seconds on the clock in the game. Full timeout called. Lancers will take it. 74-35. Emmanuel lead. Pretty impressive offensive performance for the Lancers. They have definitely found a way to put points on the board. Have hit a few threes in the game. Haven't shot spectacular from outside, but nonetheless, you know, you just want to see them improve, and if they can do that, you'll be happy. Moving in the right direction as we approach crunch time of the regular season. If you're moving in the right direction, trending upward, that's good to see. You gotta be playing well at the right time. You can be the best team in the nation in before Christmas, but when it really matters is when you get to playoffs. So if the Lancers can turn in the right direction on the shooting front, that would really complete the team, and they wouldn't have really much of a weakness out there at all. Kirshner's free throw, no good. Havemeyer in the lane and bounces around and drops. Vance continuing a strong performance. And he'll add a rebound off the Killian missed three. Ball out of bounds will go to the Lancers. Under 2.5 minutes left to play. 76-37. Lancer lead. Got to give credit though to, and Scherenbeck fouled hard as he went up for the layup inside. He'll get a chance for two at the line. Block called on Roskus there. Third personal, team's fourth. Front end, good for Scherenbeck. Back to what I was going to say, you have to certainly give credit to the Indies. They've played hard all night, and have definitely shown some bright spots. They just, keep working like that, it'll pay off for them. Pika inside, tried to get the pass to Ruskus there. And Havemeyer down the floor. Couldn't get the shot. Vance again, this time he's fouled to go to the line. Minute 33 left to play. 78-37 Lancer lead. We are in running clock. That goes into effect believe it a 40-point lead. Don't think it's 30. Otherwise, I think the game would have been well over by now. I think 40-point lead is when that takes effect. And Havemeyer makes them both from the line. And Lancers clear the bench. They got Mayhew, Sullivan, Oster, Radical, and Kern out there. And turnover now on the Indies. Lancers presumably will be content with dribbling out the clock. And I believe no is the answer. Radical, corner three, little short. Indies the other way. And Kirchner in the lane, drops it in, count it, plus the foul. He will shoot the free throw. 1.6 on the clock. They went ahead and stopped the clock in order to allow Kirchner to shoot his free throw here. And that is the game. Lancers go on the road and take a quality 40-80 win here in Independence. Lancers played a great game. Indies played hard, showed lots of fight all the way to the end. And hard-fought game from both teams. Final score once again, 80-40 Lancers here in Independence. And thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.